Welcome back, everybody. We're back for another episode of the Springbok Dream Team after an incredible weekend where we felt like our guest for this week is to talk Flavs, what's actually in the weekend. We had to bring a man who's had the longest Springbok career, 15 years and 317 days. Frans Steyn, did I get it right there? That's the 15 years, 317 days. I got it right, eh?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
Good. Ricky, Juicy, Frans, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me, guys. It's nice being with you guys.
Lovely.
Really. Especially seeing you, Ricky.
It's so beautiful seeing Frans Steyn. You know, my first introduction of this man sitting here, this legend, I was grade 8 and he was a matric at Grey College. They came to come play that year. I've never seen someone kick a ball from the halfway line in real life. This man, we were walking as a grade 8, walking to the field, Makotter, Pauroos, beautiful school. And there Frans Steyn is just slotting kicks the day before. And I was like, wow. And this was before he was Frans Steyn, eh? Like the Buch. So this was and so it was lovely to see him again and not in a working capacity, just to have him here, eh?
Just come and chat. But, I mean, to Frans, I mean, like, we saw what Sasha did in the weekend. I mean, young upstart. I mean, Frans, you're the same. I'm sure do you see a young Frans Steyn watching Sasha on Saturday?
No. Sasha is much better than me. But it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. I mean, I'm looking forward to see where Sasha ends up at the end. But he's got so much talent. Eh? It looks, at his age, I was always rushing stuff. It looks like he's got a lot of time while he's on the pitch. So.
But you were 19 years old when you played Springbok. Sasha's now 23. So
yeah, but he's still young.
Yeah, fair enough.
Juicy J, how are you?
I'm chilling, brother. Had a fantastic weekend, you know. Hosted a watch party, you know, since I couldn't, go to Durban. Because, guys, I can attend all the games. Do you understand? Yeah, so I have to, make sure Cookie can also go and, be part of the vibes. But I had a fantastic weekend. As I said, hosted a watch party at Tempo. Good attendance, Some of my friends also came through. Had a really lekker watch party. It's also nice and good to see the Springboks, put on a really good show. Felt it was a fantastic second half. Sasha Feinberg Ngomazulu, mate, take a bow. But yeah, man, had a really nice one. Chilled Sunday. Couldn't wait to see you guys. Took a bit of a while to see my friend Ricky, but eventually. So good to be back.
It's good to see you. But before we dive deep into our debate and having Frans here, Frans, there's a video that came out a few years ago, Willie Leroux, that he spoke about that when you both at Racing Metro together at Racing, that there was a TV that was bought, a 65-inch TV for Xbox. My question is, one, where is that TV and how is your FIFA skills now?
The TV is actually on the farm. It came with a container in 2012. So it's not working anymore. But it was good times, Willie. We were still young, so you play soccer. I was very bad. Willie was good. But then you would end up, it was funny times.
And your skills now, can you still play?
No. I'm more into Farming Simulator. Yeah. I'm doing that, and then some other Call of the Deer or Hunter or something like that. I'm more into relaxed vibe. I get too worked up when it's Call of Duty and I hear people running in the back and stuff. No, it makes me too anxious. Yeah.
And I'll pay good money to watch Frans Steyn playing FIFA.
Well, I think we must maybe capture it one day. He must one last time.
Yeah, but you must remember when we were young, myself and Manie played against Akkies and Albert van der Berg. And the losers had to go buy Starbucks. So we used to play a bit of soccer. But Akkies was quite good. He used to kill JP and everybody in soccer. He was 6-0 and 10-0. So, I mean, Akkies was good on a PlayStation. You wouldn't say that. He was 37 and killing everybody, all the youngsters with the soccer game. So. I love it.
Frans leaves Bloem to go play rugby, but he ends up being a very good FIFA player as well. I mean, that's not you tell the guys in Bloem when they go down to the Sharks. But guys, we've got to get into a debate. I mean, there's a reason why we're here. We're trying to put together the Springbok Dream Team. You guys at home, please scan the QR code and vote. But before we took flaws, we need to look at what we have. I mean, Free Dupree won the scrum-half debate, and we got our dream team here. It's starting to take shape. And France, Free Dupree beat out US, beat out your good mate Brian Ruan Pinot and Ricky January, Faf de Klerk. Would you have gone the same way? Free Dupree is probably the best Springboks scrum-half?
I don't know, you must understand. So you play with your mates at a union. So if you ask Victor who's the best 9, he would probably, he said, Fourie. So you also have mates and you get close to your mates. So for me, I'm with Pine. He's my mate for so long and he's an awesome rugby player. I played more with him than with Fourie. Maybe if I played more with Fourie, it would have been different. But in saying that, if Victor played more with Pine, maybe it would have been different. I would have gone with Pine.
Ricky, as a professional scrum-half expert?
Yeah, remember I said the purist in me would go with Fourie, but I mean, like we all said, Frans, you just mentioned it, that emotional attachment. I voted for Ricky January because he was my sort of mentor growing up. But I think all in all, Free Dupree he's a classy scrum-half. I think well-deserved and the best 9 on the Springbok jersey.
And Juicy's back on the board. If finally...
Back at
Well
it.
done.
Come on.
Well done,
I'm
Juicy.
not consistently back-to-back. Do you understand? I didn't go with my heart this time. I went with this one. So I wanted to get back into those because I can lose everything, guys.
No, you can't lose every week, Juice. But now we'll talk flavs. Every week we try to explain to the guys at home like the rules and responsibilities of flav. And, I am sad with the dream team, the nominations, that Bobby Skinstad's not there as a 10, because as much as the 8th, but he spent a lot of time at 10. And, as a forward, we pride ourselves on our ability just to play a little bit of 10. Just take one ball and just pass it. But, France, as someone who's played 10...
Yes, played all positions.
Can you please tell us the responsibilities of the 10 for the guys at home? Like, what is their job besides just kicking for poles and looking the pot a bit?
Yeah, it's knowing all the calls, making calls, and I think the biggest thing is taking your force forward. But yeah, making your tackles. For me, I like the 10 that still makes his tackles, so that you don't have to help him out if I play 12. That happened as well during my career. But no, there's a lot on a Flav's plate. He needs to kick. He needs to kick for touch as well. He needs to kick out most of the time. It happened to me a couple of times where you can't, the wind or something, there's just something on that thing. I remember my last game for the Boks in Durban, I couldn't find the touch. And I kicked Juan Imhoff in the face as well. You remember that? So, no, it was a horrible day. At least we won. But I mean, no, there's a lot on a Flav's plate.
Also, you talk about kicking France. I mean, you had the reputation of kicking the ball miles. I mean, like, when did you first realize that you could kick the ball far? And I mean, and what is your longest kick, you'd say, whether it's practice or in a game?
No, I don't know. To all of those questions. You ask freaking 4 questions in one. Kicking far, I think it happened when I was in school, standard 9 and matric. What's it now? Grade 11 and 12.
Yes.
Grade 11 and 12. Yeah.
That's the correct terminology.
Yeah, that's that one. And then, I don't know, in a game or a training, I don't know. I never played rugby before that. It just happened. I was blessed to be in situations where I could kick a ball a couple of meters. Yeah.
But it is true, you were kicking on the farm quite a bit, eh? Yeah. That's where you were, where it sort of started for you in getting that distance, getting that timing and accuracy, scarpe raak, but but that's where it started, right?
But the thing was, I know Dan Carter has post or poles or whatever you want to call it. I had a tree. I kicked over a tree. So if the ball lands short, I had to go fetch the ball out of the tree. So I made sure it went over the tree.
Sure.
No, it was fun. My dad used to have a big lawn, so it was easy.
So that's a secret, big lawn for the kids.
Yes.
And a tree that
And a tree
catches
you
the
kick
ball.
over. Or if needs be, don't break windows, over the roof.
The best is if you kick to the house and your mom's standing inside the house and you go through the window. She comes out there, it looks like somebody freaking... Yeah.
Hopefully with the ball as well. But Ricky, as a 9, what are you want from your flav when you're playing 9?
Yeah, I think a lot of reassurance. I think a 10 is sort of the 9's eyes as well, as much, because there's a lot going on at the breakdown. You focus, you are communicating with the with the forwards. So you want that reassurance of a 10 that's giving direction. Like I said, we usually want to speed up the game, but a 10 that communicates with you, let's slow it down a little bit, let's get into position, get the pods. So a 10 that's clear in his communication from the back has always been a good thing for me.
And you, Juicy, I know when you're playing at 8, you're probably thinking, I just want to run over the fly-off. Am I right?
No. Listen, not really, but yes. I think, as Frans also said and Ricky said, defensively, you want someone that you won't really worry about, but okay, I have to tackle for him as well, because, they tend to hide the 10th a little bit. Okay, especially defensively, okay, go to the back, and then let the other one come in and plug in. But also, it's just someone that is able to, because I think a 10 from someone is also just able to take control of everything, tell everyone where to be, when to be there. You know what I mean? I think one thing I liked from a 10 was someone who were able to feed me the ball, Ella, when I am in tat. Do you know what I mean? So just someone that has that control, also that authority, So, yeah.
And also most 10s must be able to do this thing. I don't know where it comes from, but every 10's got to do this. And with the ball, I don't know where it started, but the best 10s can do that.
Yeah.
They do it so well, both sides. It doesn't matter where you go, but we've got to get to our nominees.
Yeah.
So we can help the public vote. So our nominees for Flowers for the Dream Team, we've got number 1, Henry Honiball.
Dilem.
Buch James.
Sure.
Manie Libbok. Handre Pollard. Morne Steyn. And Joel Stransky. It's a tough list.
That's a tough list.
That's a tough list. If I know you look at that list, I mean, there's some good flowers we produce here in South Africa.
Yeah, where's Willem de Waal?
Willem, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Willem de Waal, eh?
And Jannie de Beer's not there.
Jannie de Beer.
The English is
there's a lot,
English is
man.
don't see him.
Yeah, 5 drop goals.
No, it's the guys, they voted for the list.
Yeah, we voted for these are nominees and the public's going to vote.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. They probably go with Handre or Morne. Nee. I think the public.
The public. But we want to hear from you. What is your thoughts on the...
Yeah, I'm with Bucci.
So straight in. Go straight in.
Now you must think about you have fly-off and your 12 is 19 years old and you have to play a World Cup final with a 19-year-old inside centre. That's crazy. That just causes chaos on the field. So I mean, he looked after me well between him and Jacques Fourie on the outside. So now I've got a lot of respect for him. And till today, I don't think he got the recognition.
Sure.
Daar kom hy nou, nee.
Big words out here. Big words out here.
No, we do speak English there in the Free State.
Love to hear it.
But I don't think he got the recognition of the 2007 team. I think Fourie and Percy, Matty and Brian got a lot of... but between him and John, I think they're the unsung heroes of that team.
Sure.
If everything we spoke about now, what a Flav needs to do. He did it in that 2007 World Cup. So.
And how was it tactically, Frans? Because when people think of Buch James, they just think of, the hands
Physical,
physical, and also a bit of a jokester as well. But how is he tactically in terms of setting you guys up to play?
I think he went to Bath somewhere as well. So I think over time he got better at it. And when we played 2007, I don't think there's a fly that can match. And I also think he didn't kick for post because we had Percy. We didn't kick for touch that much because also Percy kicked for touch. I think he would have been more in the limelight if he was able to do that and Percy wasn't there. We would have talked more about Bucci.
I mean, what a player. But also, I look at that list, Ricky, it's like different types of 10s you produce. You look at Joel Stransky and probably someone who's probably remembered just for the drop call. You got Henry Honiball, Dilem, where a lot of guys who played with Henry Honiball, they go, that's our best 10 by far. I mean, that shows how far we've come before we've got into the Handres and the Manies.
I think Henry Honiball, of what the games I saw of him, how he played, very physical, revamped. I mean, you just mentioned, Frans, you like a 10 that mans up and makes his tackles. I think Dilem never stood back for anything, loved attacking the line, sort of revamped. I mean, we and the mold of South African flowers, we usually, it's controlling a game with a kicking boot. But I think Henry Honiball really brought something new, playing very flat on the line, keeping the defenders honest. So I think definitely a person that was somewhat of a pioneer in that 10 jumper of these flaws. I mean, he is from the earlier years.
100%. And to see, like, you look at, if we go forward now, we've had Joe, we've got Dilem, and now you look at Handre, Manie, Morne Steyn first as well, but in 2009, Morne Steyn comes on, I mean, on debut, wins us the Lions series. And then, but he was also known for his boot. But I mean, like, what a player. I mean, like, I think it's the fastest to get to 100 points, 200 points, 300 points, 400 points. That's how prolific Morne Steyn was.
Listen, bro, like a world-class fly-off in my point of view, you know, someone that also really put, you know, scope and pressure with only just his boot. And the thing is, that's not even, you know, his biggest attribute into the game, the way he just controlled pretty much everything. Mr. Reliable, you know what I mean? You were pretty much very safe and I think any coach, you know, having the option of Morne Steyn in their team, even did well, also very well for the Bulls. You know, you're very, very safe with him. You know what you're getting. You know that he's always going to control the game in the way that you want it. Whatever game plan that you actually want to play, he's going to come in and do it. And very competitive. I think he hates the way that he hates losing. I mean, coming in, winning the Lions series,
twice.
Not only once, twice, with this, which just shows that this guy just like, I'm not leaving this pitch without this win, you know. So for me, a lot in his arsenal, fantastic guy on and off the field.
I mean, Frans, you're with him
Yeah.
for the Lions tours. I mean, especially like 09, that pressure. I mean, for a guy on debut in the Calder at Loftus, I mean, it just shows the character and the player that he was.
Yeah, but also I think he was so confident in his kicking style, in his way, and he worked so hard at it that that it didn't bother him being put in that position. So yeah, I've got a lot of respect for Moros as well, but I just think I know Buch is not going to win because I think it's between Morne and Handre, but.
Yeah, you were very quick to go in there, like to
Yeah,
just,
I know.
But I mean, like you played with almost all of these flaws. Henry Honiball, do you not ever go with Stransky?
In grade 9.
No, but I think just to add on to what Frans said, what we must also not forget about Morne Steyn, though, is he played a long time. Or Derek Hougaard was seen as the kicking flaw. Morne Steyn was seen as the X-factor flaw at the Bulls at the time. He was also an attacking flaw. We mustn't forget that. I think we all always get caught up with Morne Steyn, the ice in his veins, kicks to poles, controls him. But he has an attacking ability, and you would know more, but he has an attacking ability about him as well, Kooks, like that also makes him belong in this category.
100%. And then, like, I mean, you're looking at the Bulls, I mean, like, those 2 years, the 09 and 2010 when they won the Super Rugby, their attacking stats were high. And Morne played a massive part in that. It just don't seem like I just don't kick. I can play a little bit. But, Frans, I'd love to see the kicking battle between you and Morne. Were you guys with the box together? Was there talks about obviously kicking wise? Were you guys learning of each other? Because obviously he's also got a big boot, but it's also very, very accurate.
No, Morne has timing. I use force. I think for me, you spoke about Derek Hougaard as well. Morne and Rowan Pinaar, they are such beautiful kickers of the ball. Like they put it down and the way they kick. It looks like a guy on the golf range that he just times it and the ball flies. Where I'm more of the Shambo type guy. I put the ball down and I want to murder that ball. So it's totally different. It looks sexy when he kicks. When I kick, it doesn't look sexy.
But you see, you look at the guy who replaced Morne Steyn, Handre, Pollard, I mean, and then you got Manie Libbok now. I mean, 2023, the country was split in half with Team Manie and Team Handre. But I mean, like, Handre and Manie, like, what they mean to the Springboks is incredible because it allowed us to play two different styles.
No, definitely. I think also, you know, with a guy like Pollard as well, he's just, you know, is one of those flyers for me. Like, I know God, he's not afraid to, you know, even, you know, get a bit physical, take people on. you know, where I think with the Manie, he's more, you know, let me grab it, let me play. You know what I mean? It's not, he brings in a lot of like vision, a lot of options, you know, and I think with Pollard, he's always been like that guy, you know, ever since high school, you know, like the golden guy, you know, and I think it's also with him, came in, I think his first game against New Zealand, he really stamped his authority there as well, you know, like he was just, the confidence that he had, you know, because I think also as a 10, you remember you're coming into a team, there's a lot of bunch of seniors that you're also playing with, and having to command those guys to do things, and also like guys just respecting you and giving you that freedom of, hey, bro, do your thing, you know. And Pollard, the way that he came in, he was just like, yeah, like, gents, trust me with everything. I've got this, and delivers. I mean, 2 World Cups as well. And I think it's what you said when the time 2023, when, you know, you saw like, you know, still trying to recover and get back into it. The way that Manie Libbok just came in with that pressure and just handled the way that he handled it, because he's going to get more of those, especially, you know, if he's going to play a lot in the Springbok jersey, he's going to get a lot of those pressure moments. But coming in and just taking the jersey up, you know what I mean, and taking that responsibility up and doing some wonderful things also. Very different players, because I feel like, you know, your Manie is this, again, that one of those creative guys. I mean, if you can kick a ball, a kick pass while looking, you know, while looking the opposite direction and be point on accurate on that one is something special, special guy, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you will deliver more in the Springbok jersey.
I mean, Handre, Ricky, everyone speaks about sometimes, like, these critics speak about what he can't do. But what he can do is win your rugby match.
Yeah, can you?
And what he can do is win your World Cups. I mean, that is surely makes you X factor as well in terms of, you know, this box break loss in case of emergency. Handre comes on. I mean, like in the World Cup 2023, didn't miss a single kick. I mean, that's X factor as well.
And you guys heard my first thing, what I said about a fluff is that reassurance that you need, that reliability, knowing that you can count on this guy. And I think Handre really, when he was an 18-year-old and won the junior box or the World Cup with the junior box, I was like, this kid's got a head on his shoulders. Like, he'll play. I know, and Frans is giving me a look here. I know you played when you were 19-year-old for the box already. I know that. No, but I mean, just and Handre, like, he was really already an 18-year-old, still at school, has to write an exam paper, but winning a World Cup for the junior box, that spoke volumes. So I think as his career progressed, and I mean, Frans can share more of the insight, the time they spent together, but that's what you want in your fluff, that reliability, that reassurance that he can win this game for us at this moment. And also, I mean, you see him he came in as a 20-year-old, and then now he's in his 30s, sort of, now he's watching another youngster come in Sasha. And Frans, you've also been there. What's it like when you get to your 30s and now you've got to make way for these youngsters to come through? Because, I mean, I'm sure with Handre, he's got a lot to give back for the guys. Because you were in that position, right? When you were at the last World Cup with these young guys.
Yeah, I just think, I hear you guys now, but I mean, when Handre came on the scene, they picked him ahead of Morne because he was the running fly-off. So I think you get to a stage where experience trumps, let's say, attacking brand of rugby. And then you must also remember, like, he played at the Bulls and then he goes overseas and the type. So the game plans that you play change you as a player. And I think for me, Handre is a solid guy now. Handre is a guy you put on the field if you, like I say, if you want to go 3, 6, 9 and close the game off, that's when you go with Handre. But let's say we have this conversation in, 10 years' time or 15 years' time, would it be the same? Like, if you look at that, you have Joel and Henry Honiball and all of that. It depends on the coach as well and the game plan you want to play. Within that makes the players great that's there.
Yeah, some guys get boxed in already as what type of 10. I think with Handre, he's in that box of he's solid now and that's how he gets treated.
But then his first game, he shows and goes underneath the post. So, I mean, somewhere there, Handre is still that. It's just somebody needs to get to that. Where I think Manie did well was And I think he got chucked into a Stormers team that plays this amazing brand of rugby. Put Manie at the Bulls and he would stop the run within 2 seasons. So I think depends on the game plan, depends on where we are. Handre would be 90% the starting fly-off if it's a close game.
Can I put you on the spot? I mean, you have coaching expertise now. But in a Buch jersey, Frans, what would you like to see as a 10? Do we stick to our conservative sort of mindset with a fluff, or do we, has the time come for that expansive sort of fluff, or is it game by game?
I don't know. I think at the moment we need an expansive fluff. I think with Kitte and them out, it did do something to the pack with Kitte and Frans not being able to be there. But all I know is we wanted to play expansive rugby, and every time we got shafted in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months or whenever, and then we go back to mauling and scrumming and whatever, come World Cup time, and then we do well in the World Cup. I hope the style that they're playing at the moment will stay there. It's impressive and it's nice to watch, and scoring tries is awesome. But I also know come World Cup final, it's 3, 6, 9, 12. It's not going to be pretty. It's who walks away with a trophy. Yeah.
There's no bonus points in a World Cup final.
Exactly.
And you look at, like, you got Joe who's done a World Cup final, obviously. Handre has done it. Like, we see those are the kind of the 10s that you go back to, because it is penalty driven. But I just think, like, you look at all those flowers there, like, they're all different in the way they've played. Like, Manie for me just brings...
That was the question.
And Manie for me brings something that I think in South Africa we haven't had a flower like that, where he's fully created, takes to the gain line. I think he's one of the best passers of the ball in world rugby in terms of 10, especially flat. And you, like Juicy, you watch the way we play now. You probably say, out of those guys, which 10 would you like right now? Out of all those 5, in terms of the way Springboks play. I mean, you can have Henry Honiball, you can have Buch, but, like, in terms for this weekend, you play Argentina, all those guys, who do you want starting for you?
Good. Now you're speaking about current,
Not Joel Strong's current age.
Well, he's not got the cardiovascular ability. I mean, epic. What is he doing?
Just put him on a bike.
Yeah, he'll go.
My heart would lean towards Manie, right? Simply because of, in the previous World Cup, also what he had shown me in terms of, his ability to, take on the pressure, you know what I mean? And be that guy, and also be very creative in the way that he did things and able to see spaces differently. Also, I think one thing I like about Manie as well that attaches me to him is his story. We played together in the 2015 Craven Week. And around about that time, right, it was him, Damon Willemse, and Cohen Bosch. Now, these were the talked about fly-offs at that time. And obviously, at that time, Cohen Bosch was probably the main guy, and he was definitely fighting in between him and Damon Willemse, right? So Manie was still that guy, but he got the short end of the stick with his 2 guys. And the thing is also now how this guy's careers also came about. Cohen Bosch quickly going up as well. Damon Willemse, you know what I mean, and took Manie a little bit of time sort of find himself, but eventually he's where he is now, and a World Cup win. So for me, I'm just like, this guy has really worked his heart out, to be where he is right now. But then again, if I'm looking for that safety and a little bit of both, safety-wise, I'm going Handre Pollard.
I want to ask you something. So, at the World Cup, what was the problem with Manie?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kicking, yeah.
So it looked like you sorted that out. So
Yeah. And I saw interesting stat how he's kicking. And that's the unfair thing of that people were judging Manie just on his pole, kicking, going for posts. But I saw that his kicking percentages all actually increased.
It's the Rhino ball, man.
Yeah.
He wasn't a Gilbert guy.
It's because he had funny stuff before time. And here, he must just put the ball down and kick it. And since he started doing that, I don't know who helped him. I know somebody helped him. But he's been kicking well. So, I mean, why wouldn't you pick him?
What you're trying to say is he can be the reliable,
why not?
reassuring guy.
And then obviously adding that part. But you played against Morne. What is it like to play against? I mean, I'm sure it must be tough.
So I shoulder charged him to get him off the field. No, definitely no. I went like this, and I got him off the field. He got concussed, and he went off the field because no.
You get a card?
Afterwards, yeah. Afterwards, they kept. I was on the field the whole time, and then afterwards I got a hearing, and then I said, but I tried to get out of the way and stuff, and then I got off. But I mean, he attacking wise, he's a threat. Attacking wise, on the other team, you don't want to play against him. You want to get him off the field. I think he was still playing for the Sharks or
With the Bulls.
Sharks.
Usually it's in the Sharks, yeah.
Yeah, he's been a journeyman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, he's a talented guy, and I didn't want him on the pitch anymore. He was creating havoc but he played 15 as well. So that game, so I remember he's a good player.
I love is it your coaching style as well when you're coaching the guys saying, listen, just in case if our defense doesn't work, there's plan B?
No, it doesn't work like that anymore. Now there's a lot of cards.
Yeah.
Like I see these other clips where in the old days and whatever, and where's Robbie Fleck doing this and over.
And around the neck and stuff like that.
I mean,
it's a different time back then.
Now if you just touch somebody, you just go like that, it's a red card. So I mean, you can't do anything these days, but yeah.
Too much T-Mo's, but talk about back in the day. You talk about Joel Stransky because Frans, you always like to go to Ricky for 1995 because he was 14 years old then and sitting at Spur watching the World Cup final. Yeah. But Ricky Joel, like I mean, he's known for the drop goal, but no one speaks about obviously that first game against Australia where he leads us in points, gets over 20 points, scores a try, drop kick, and everything. But there's no 95 World Cup without him in the way he controlled those backs and also just his kicking game and also got a bit of a running game as well.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned early on in the season when we were still with the forwards of the certain symbolic jerseys or the symbolic players that are in this category. I think Joel, even just in that temperament to have slotted that drop goal, and it shows also a cool and calm head amidst everything, backs against the wall. A nation counting on him at that specific time,
and Ricky having his sort of float, counting on him
there, sitting, waiting in the Spur, but Super Sport partner venue. No, I think a hero for so many of us. Frans was a little bit older than me at the time. Your memories of Joel Stransky?
No, not too much.
Okay,
I was a Free State supporter, so I didn't. I remember the drop, and it was massive. I think out of that year, Frans Steyn and Joel Stransky. Out of that, if you ask in the country, those are the two names that everybody knows. So, yeah.
I mean, you can't talk drop goals. Joel Stransky's got a very famous drop goal, but I mean, like Frans, you got a few famous drop goals as well. I mean, there's two against the Wallabies. There's the one for Racing as well. Do you have a favorite drop goal that you've slotted?
No, mine didn't matter if mine was over or not. So I mean, that drop goal mattered a lot. So yeah.
But I mean, like, I just love the one against the Wallabies, that first one, because I mean, like, no one's probably you're probably the only person, the only player in the world at that stage, thinking from a 20 drop out, I'm gonna go for a drop goal. Most other wings, I'm gonna pass back to my fullback, we'll attack again. What was going through your head?
I don't think anything. If I think back at it. It's all fun and games. It went over, but if it didn't go over, the week before I missed the kick for the Super 14 final. Sure. Yeah, so yeah, Super 14. But you almost as old as me. So
remember, I was your grade 8, bro.
Yeah,
I was your grade 8.
So yeah, I'm just luckily it worked out, and it was still at Newlands, eh?
Yeah, still at Newlands. As a Sharks fan, I wish you got the one. The one week before, and then not the other one. I can live with it. I even with that drop goal, I could have lived with it. I mean, this was before the World Cup anyway. But you see, we know, where the Springboks are now, and our rugby's sort of gone and evolved, and now we got the guy like Sasha who's probably like a hybrid out of all these 10s. Do you see someone like Sasha getting back, finding himself in his mix? Maybe if he adds his own World Cup, say in 10 years' time, we into maybe another Bok Dream team.
No, definitely, bro. That kid is something special, and I feel like, he continues to put his head on the ground, continues to learn, and continues to do what he is doing now. I think also he's going to gain so much, confidence from the coaching staff, his teammates as well. I think also his brain is very creative. At the same time, he knows when to do those mature things. You know what I mean? And also, it's just some of those. He's earning, his respect. And I mean, after what he did this weekend, I think a few years coming in from now, stays injury free. Because sometimes, he before this past weekend, he would play so well, but something would happen, small niggle, get out, and all those type of things. If he stays just, injury free and keeps on doing what he's doing, keeps on learning, he's definitely going to be a monster in the next coming years.
Especially the way he played. I mean, breaking the record, most points scored by the South Africa in a test match. And Ricky, because Frans is there, and I wanted to come with a bit of trivia.
Oh, we're going there again.
I wanted to do I came in, did my homework, and I was flying back from Durban. So, Sasha's got the record for the most points scored by Springboks individual points. Who did he beat? And
My
where?
hands up.
No.
Weet jy?
Ja.
Okay, you our guest. You can
Hy
answer
het
it.
Persie gebied.
Yes. How many against who?
Against who?
No. Namibia.
Well done.
See, Frans did his homework as well.
No, I saw it on Instagram. I think it's 37 or 35, 30. Yeah. No, I saw it on Instagram. I was scrolling on the weekend.
Just before you got the plane.
No, we had to wait for Ricky. So.
No, but I mean, thank you for that, Travis. More.
No.
Oh.
That's okay for you.
No,
Great one. Great one.
Frans is so happy got it right. No, but I'm like, Frans, you played, we just spoke about hybrid positions. You've played in almost everywhere in the back line already. I'm surprised Frans wasn't nominated in this category. Maybe he will possibly be somewhere nominated, eh?
I mean, the way Frans is going, we've got options.
We got options. I mean, where did you enjoy playing in the back line the most?
I always enjoyed 10, but I never got enough time at 10. Because you have to play well. It's not like a Quade Cooper thing like Australia did with Quade Cooper in South Africa. You get opportunity, you screw up, you're out. Next guy in. So I enjoyed playing 10, but then physicality-wise, 12. I enjoyed playing 12 2 games, and then let's say when I was older, 12 for 2 games.
Sure.
Then the body is sore. Then you move me to 15 for a game. I just kick the balls back, get recovered, then you can put me in there again. So, I mean, no, player 23, Robbie Wessels. Is there a Robbie Wessels category somewhere?
When you mentioned your last years, you played 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, so you ended where you'd have liked to have played. And
Yeah, but I didn't play like I would have liked to play.
is that was your last game?
Yeah.
But like, how do you describe yourself as a fluff? Like, what type are you more attacking and kicking fluff? What would you say if you describe Frans Steyn as a 10?
I don't know. No. I think when I was when Jay coached us at Montpellier and stuff, I would more kicking probably.
Are you saying you are more kicking?
More kicking, yeah.
But I mean, you kept.
When I started, I was running everything.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but then
That was my
game
memory of
plans,
you.
People were shouting at me because I remember we played Newlands against the All Blacks, and I quick throw to myself 5 meters from the own try line. So play pass to John. John tried to pass, and then the interceptor scored. So I mean, it was stuff like that. I mean, I was never supposed to be give me the ball when I was younger to truck it up or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, but I think you could have, and I'm not just saying that because you're sitting here, but I think, like you said, if you spend more time in the 10 years, you could have possibly been what a Manie or a Sasha is now. No, Frans, I'm not even blowing your...
No, they're good. Those guys are good. It's going to be interesting to see what Sasha does in the long term.
Well, when Frans was playing today, I remember him playing a game against Western Province, the Currie Cup, in the pouring rain, and he was running it then.
Exactly.
He was running it. And I mean, there's a shot feel like, oh, where's this guy doesn't kick the ball, but we won. And then it ended up being a box, so can't complain. We've got to vote now.
Yeah.
You know, the public, you guys can vote as well. Scan the QR code so you can vote for your 10. Frans has already laid down his vote with Buchi there at 10. Chusi?
Boy, so I'm starting with me. Hey, this week, brother. Yeah, bro, I'm caught in between 3 this week. Morne, Manie, Handre. And Ishbra, my heart definitely wants to go with Manie Libbok because, you know, he's thoroughly very much impressed me and his style of play, his creativity. And I feel like that's something that, you know, now modernly, like we really need, you know what I mean? Especially with our big forwards that get to, you know, get good forward ball, break, you know, defensive lines. You definitely need someone that's able to be very creative, that the accurate passing that you spoke about as well. But at the same time, I'm just like, yo, now he's still, you know, in it. You know what I mean? He still has to sort of like, you know, play a little bit more. That's, in my opinion, I think Handre Pollard, 2 World Cups in, you know, and so like what he's pretty much done, you know, in that jersey, and what he still continues to, you know, to be for, you know, South African rugby, and is just that reliability. I'm just like, you know, I know, you know, I'm gonna definitely get this from this guy. So between him and Manie, I'll definitely. I'm going for Handre Pollard. Sorry, Manie. You're my brother.
You took a massive detour to get to that answer. Yo, I was like, where we're going now?
I was going like...
I was like, yo, we took a travel around South Africa. No, I think took as long for you to answer as long for me to get here today. But for me, I think Handre has impressed me as a 20-year-old, as an 18-year-old when I saw him the first time, to win a major trophy back then already and go on to at the highest level and win trophies. I always like a young player that longevity, and here's one sitting in front of me that can do it for years from a young age. Handre Pollard's my team.
It's hard for me to disagree with Frans with Buchi. I've always loved Buchi, but it's Handre Pollard. For me, that's my vote. So it's 3 against 1. Handre, but Ricky, you mentioned it. I mean, from when he started as a Springbok to where he is now, currently a 2-time World Cup winner, a Lions Series winner, and we've seen the evolution of his game. And now we've seen him, especially like 2023, coming off the bench in certain times in games, and winning Springboks quarterfinal, semi-final, and obviously started in the final. But yeah, it's hard for me to look at that list. They're all great, but I have to go for Handre.
Not the limb.
Oh, the limb. I love the limb. This guy in 98 also needs some love, eh? I mean, like we're chasing a rugby championship, but like those guys got our first rugby championship. But unfortunately, it's hard to go against the limb.
Wasn't that your first? No, I'm joking. 98 playing. No, I'm joking.
Obviously, obviously.
You started, but guys, we try to help you. Frans has been here. You guys go and vote. Who's going to get in your dream team sort of at 10? Who's going to be in your side? And we are taking a break after this as the Springboks in the Rugby Championship. We will be back soon with more dream team as we go the end of the year tour. But enjoy this weekend. The Boks go to Twickenham. But from us to the dream team, cheers, guys.